Hi, I received this question on chapter 8, and this question is problem 8 in the chapter. This is a good question because it is mixing the previous chapters, the time value of money, with break-even analysis. So let's read this question. A business person would like to open a Mexican restaurant in Bemidji, Minnesota. Buying a new equipment for the restaurant would cost $190,000, and this is the first cost. In 10 years, the owner can sell the restaurant for $70,000, and this is what we consider it as a salvage value. A yearly equipment maintenance is $40,000 per year. There is a cleaning cost of $260 per day, but also there's another option for opening this restaurant. This owner has the option of renting the necessary equipments for $1,100 per day. So the question says, if the restaurant is open 6 days a week, find how many days are needed to justify the buying the equipments. And we're going to use the 10% as the interest rate. So find how many days. This is one of the typos that how many days are needed. How many days are needed to justify the purchase of the equipment? Use interest rate of 10%. Okay. So what you need to do first is to find what would be the cost for option 1 and make it equal to the cost for option 2. And okay, so let's take a look into option 1. Option 1, we have first cost $190,000, we have a salvage value $70,000, and we have an equipment maintenance every year of $40,000. This is a fixed cost. This cost is not going to change per unit, so this is a fixed cost. The only issue with these costs, there are 3 different time zones, I would say. One is the present, which is the initial cost. The second is the future, which is the salvage value, and the third, which is the maintenance cost, would be it's an annual, the timing for it. So what we need to do, we need to use one of this timing, and I would recommend that you use the present worth. So find the present worth for all these costs, and then you add it to the variable cost. The variable cost for option 1 is the cleaning per day, which is $260, and for the other option 2, there's only one variable cost, which is $1,100 per day, renting the machine, renting the equipment. So what we need to do here, let's go over here and show you how we could do this. So I'm going to put the question on the side here. Okay, so we have option 1, option 2, and also what we need to do, first we need to convert all these values, the cost values, into present. So the first one, the initial cost, is already in a present format. Salvage value, we use the PV function, and then for the annual cost, we need to use the PV function as well. You add all these together, as I did here on this cell, $190,000 plus that's a negative, plus positive 26, this is a salvage, and minus the $245,000, and that would give you about $408,000. Okay, now what we need to do also, we need to look into option 2, and option 2 we have the $1,100, the renting for the equipments, and also we don't want to forget about the cleaning cost, and also the cleaning cost we still have to do it here. So the cleaning cost would be $260 per day as well. So this is a negative as well. This is a dollar number, So if we could add these together, that would be 1,360. 1,360. Same thing here. Now what we need to do, after we calculated all the cost, the fixed cost for option 1, we only have one variable cost, which is 260 per day. So we build our equation. The total cost would be variable cost plus the fixed cost. The variable cost is 2060. Make sure to put the negative sign because this is a cost, plus all the other expenses, which we calculated here as a $408,000. So this is the equation. Variable 260 times x, we don't know how many days we need to work on, minus the 408x. That would be, make that equal to 1360 or 1360. And now you solve the equation for x, and that would give you 360 here. That would give you 371 days to justify purchasing the equipment. So we need this, the owner for this restaurant needs to work 372 days in order to justify the equipment. So in order to check your answer, what you need to do, you say, okay, I'm gonna put this in my equation. So 260 minus 260, or it's already minus here, times the 371 plus the fixed cost that we calculated here on this cell, and find what would be the result. That would be 505,000. Okay, now let's find what would be the result here. 1,000 minus 1,306 times the 370, and that would give you the exact number. So this is how we just double check on your answer. And I hope this is helpful. If you have any question, I know this is not an easy question, especially if you see it in the quiz or exam. So you need to practice more of these examples in order to be well prepared for the exam and test. But this is how you do it. Again, just to summarize it, what you need to do, find the total cost for each alternatives and make them equal to each other. Solve the equation for x, and remember the equation, the total cost would be the variable cost plus the fixed cost. Thank you guys, and please let me know if you have any question.